Hello and welcome to Just One More Watch. Welcome to Just One More Giveaway. It's been a few months actually since I last did a giveaway on the channel. That was the NTH Nazario. Big shout out to its new owner Jonas. We've had a few emails back and forth and I know he's really enjoying his watch, as well he might. Today one of you lucky punters is going to be the winner of an Oceaniva GMT Deep Marine Explorer, a watch that the company claims is currently the world's most water resistant quartz GMT at a staggering 1,250, don't forget the 50, meters of water resistance, 125 bar. Now I've raised a few eyebrows in the past about companies, in my opinion, just sticking any water resistance rating they like on the dial of a watch, plucking it from the sky or from somewhere else. I was pleasantly surprised when I watched the video on the Oceaniva website, and I suspect some of you might be pleasantly surprised as well. Now, free stuff equals a sponsored video. Big shout out to Oceaniva for sponsoring the watch giveaway here today. So what do you have to do to win it? Well, this is a subscriber giveaway as always, so if you aren't already a subscriber of the channel, now would probably be a good time to hit that big button that says subscribe on it. A like wouldn't go amiss for this or any other video, but especially this one, and I'll tell you the third criterion a little later on. So what's in the watch roll today and how much does it cost? Well, clearly we are in Rolex homage territory. If you saw the thumbnail, I don't really need to tell you that. These are on pre-order at the moment, $249 USD with a projected selling price of $499 after the pre-order phase is over. I'll talk about the pricing a bit later on. Available in a bunch of different colourways. There's the kind of Rolex Classics, Pepsi, Coke. I've got the Batman to show you in the roll today. There's also an all black one and a slightly unusual black and yellow one if you're feeling a little bit contrarian. All of them have exactly the same set of specs. Now, I reviewed the Oceaniva, basically the automatic version of this one, around June last year, and I put it head to head against a Rolex Deep Sea Sea Dweller in the video. Oceaniva were good enough and game enough to allow me to do that. 5% of the cost, you know, nobody's suggesting, least of all me, that the two are comparable, but it's always interesting to see how close these clones get for far, far less money. Now the watch I've got today is a sample, so not a prototype, but the kind of stage immediately prior to production units. They're expecting production units to ship in August. 2-year warranty and a 4-year warranty on the movement, which I think is pretty good, especially for the money. Really anything over 2 is a bit of a bonus at this end of town. So let's talk water resistance then, if that's this watch's USP. 4,101 feet, 1,250 meters, or 683 fathoms, conveniently printed there on the chapter ring for you. Like I said, I'm always a bit cynical when I see a watch at this price with a big figure slapped on the dial. I do wonder where they get it from. So I was actually a bit surprised to see on the Oceaniva website, there's a video of them pressure testing the previous model, the automatic model that I reviewed last year. It's the same case, it's the same crystal, it's the same design overall. And it gets to 125 bar, no problem at all on the video. They even do a water incursion, a condensation test at the end. Most impressive for a watch at this price point. They say in the video that computer modelling suggests it should be able to cope with pressure up to 3,000 meters. They only had one of those fabulous looking Lititz testers, which has got me thinking, how can I come up with $3,595 US for one of those? I would love to add one of those to the testing repertoire. Can you imagine me blowing up Vostoks and Casios on my kitchen bench? Anyway, I'm not suggesting that you're going to be heading down the Marianas Trench every lunch break with this one, but it does suggest that the watch itself has been manufactured to a very high standard. That's really what you can take from a pressure testing exercise like that. Whether you use that depth rating or not, at least the watch is well constructed. So I reckon there's a kind of meld of a few different Rolexes here once you add in the colorways. A bit of the 16600 Deep Sea because it doesn't have a Cyclops there, but it's slightly larger like the more contemporary designs. 42.5mm in diameter, 15mm thick, 50mm lug to lug, but protruding mid-link of the end link, so that takes the effective lug to lug out a bit. I'll talk about that later. 22mm lug width, bit of a taper on the bracelet back down to just under 20. 21.5 back up to the clasp, and sized up for me, 7-inch wrist. This one weighs in at 180 grams, so clearly there is a bit of chunk to it. Double dome sapphire crystal, 4.8 millimeters thick. That's why the sapphire crystal didn't shatter at 125 bar. Stainless steel, 316L stainless steel construction though, 316L stainless steel case, crown, bezel, and full stainless steel bracelet. So solid end links, solid links, just push pins here, and there is a proper milled clasp. Now, when I reviewed the automatic, I reserved most of my criticism for the clasp. I thought it was okay, but it had a diver's extension, but no micro adjust, meaning it was really difficult to get a good fit. I'm delighted to see that they have modified the clasp for this newer model, and you get a proper 4 points of micro adjustment, meaning you're going to get a good fit on the wrist, which I think is important because it is a big chunky watch at 180 grams. Case finishing is nice, all brushed throughout. There's a bit of high polish there for the bezel, but everything else on the watch and the bracelet is all brushed. Quite a fine satinized brushing, if you will, on the mid case. Semi-guarded crowns, pretty grippy crown there with the little Oceaniva Trident logo on the end of it. Now, I was pleased to see a proper 24-click bi-directional bezel on this one, which is pretty much what you want from a GMT watch. As I said, this one's a sample. It's freshly delivered to me, so it's a little bit stiff at the moment. Not too much grip from that bezel either, I have to say. I'd imagine it will free itself up a little bit with time. Now, aluminium insert, but fully loomed aluminium insert. So as the world moves towards ceramic, aluminium inserts are becoming a bit of a rarity. This one actually looks quite nice, kind of matte finish here and two-tone as well. Never seen a fully loomed one though. I'll put the loom video up now. BGW9 on the hands and the indices. It can look a touch underwhelming initially, BGW9, but actually this one hangs on pretty well for itself. Here we are getting towards the end of my 20-minute time test period, and you can still see the hands, the indices, and the bezel insert glowing pretty brightly. Again, not bad for 250 bucks. Zoomed in on the dial, and it's pure Rolex apart from the logos. So Oceaniva, Deep Marine Explorer just printed there at the 12, GMT Professional Swiss Movement, and all of those depths rating as discussed. Triangle at 12, batons at 6 and 9. Date window at the 3, and it's kind of nicely integrated, slightly curved edge to that date frame, and circular indices everywhere else. Helium escape valve opposite the crown on the 9 o'clock side, and as I said, 683 fathoms also in the chapter ring there, minute track around the outer edge, all pretty standard stuff for a Rolex copy. I'm sure you've seen all of this dial layout a dozen times before. It is good for legibility though. Similarly, the Mercedes handset with the lollipop counterbalance there on the second hand. Now the GMT hand on this Batman version is all blue. That colour does vary depending on which of the bezel insert colourways that you go for. Now the movement in this one is a Ronda 515 GMT, as it says there, Swiss movement. Ronda 515 is the kind of standard Swiss 3-hand plus date, plus there's a GMT functionality in this one. So unscrew the crown, you can see one of the extra seals there helping with all that water resistance. One pull and you can operate the date by rolling forward, and a fully independent GMT hand by rolling it backwards. So no problem setting this one for half hours. It's not slaved in any way to that hour hand. It is independently adjustable. Pull it out once more and it hacks the movement just as you'd expect. 2.5 year battery life on these, so you are going to have to affect the seals by taking the back of the case off. And you should note that it's not one of those easy case seals. It's the kind of Rolex style. You're perhaps not going to have the tool for that one, so maybe this one is best dropped to your local watchmaker for a new battery when the time comes. That's it on wrist, and it is a chunky big thing, 180 grams, 42.5 mil in diameter, 15 mil thick. As I said, slight curvature to the case. As I said earlier on though, 50 mil lug to lug is fine, but because it has the kind of protruding mid link of the end link there, unarticulated, that gives it an effective lug to lug of 55 mil, I would say. So I don't think it's for guys with smaller than average wrists today. I think it's for guys with larger than average wrists today. Nice and legible from the overhead shot though. Again, no thanks to Oceaniva, all thanks to Rolex and the inherent legibility of that white on black dial layout. And that's it outside. Maybe there is a little bit of anti-reflective coating on the underside of that big thick piece of sapphire. Double dome with that thickness, you always get a bit of distortion at the edges of the viewing angle though. On wrist, you can see what I mean. There is a bit of a gap there either side of the case of the watch because of those protruding mid links of the end links. Moans and niggles, just because this is a sponsored video doesn't mean to say that the Oceaniva Deep Marine Explorer is going to get off scot-free. Well, it's quartz and it's a homage. And I know that for a lot of guys that will kind of rule it out of the equation. But then they probably checked out of this video after 3 minutes, leaving me a comment saying how they don't like quartz homages. Assuming that you are okay with both of those factors, I think this watch does have quite a lot going for it. Clearly very well manufactured, capable of coping with extreme pressures, which, as I said, is not necessarily practical, but does bode well for a long life with this one if you choose one. One thing, I know this is a sample, but even then I would have liked to have seen that second-hand indicator actually hitting those indexes all the way around. That could be a little bit galling to live with long term, especially as this watch, as I just said, is designed to be a long-term purchase, I think. Now the price of $249 USD for this pre-order, I think you're getting a lot of watch for your money. I think that is a fair price. Projected retail price of $499, I'm not sure how many of them they will sell at that price. You're pushing perilously close to Steinhardt automatic GMTs, which are Swiss made for not a lot more than 500 USD. And then there's the size. Because of their decision to go with that big protruding mid-link of the end-link, just like Rolex do, I reckon this one is a big watch for big guys only. I think you'll struggle to get a comfortable fit with this one. It'll be top heavy and it'll be bobbly if you have an average size wrist or lower. So like I said, big watch for big guys only today. So how do you win one of these then if you fancy it? Well, like the video, subscribe to the channel and sign up for the newsletter. I don't make it too hard for you, do I? You'll find a link in the description of the video taking you to the Oceaniva website. You give them your first name, your surname, and your email address. No doubt they will send you a couple of emails with special offers in due course. Now this one is open for 2 months. They're going to announce the winner on the 15th of July, so please don't send me emails. My head will explode if you all send me emails asking. Now they will obviously get in touch with the winner directly by email because they'll have the winner's email address. They'll also send me a note of the winner's name. What I'll do, I will return to this video, I will make a comment and I will pin the comment so you can also check if you were the lucky winner that way. I'll also give the winner a shout out in a future video. So there you go, nice and easy, you can win yourself the world's most water resistant GMT quartz watch pretty simply. So there you have it, a solid and substantial watch today for bigger guys who like a bigger watch. Thanks for watching, I will see you in the next one.